Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
It's me. Hi, everybody. Keep it going for the great Brian Red Band. Hi. And how about one more time for the music stylings of Pat Reagan, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck that guy.
Here we are again. Kill Tony. It's another crazy Monday night, everybody. So excited to be here. I've been working on the Comedy Central roast of Justin Bieber all day, everybody. How exciting is that? That's March 30th on Comedy Central.
It's so funny that you've been working on it so much every day. That's all you've been thinking, dreaming, like Bieber. We were just outside, and out of nowhere, he's just like looking down. He just goes up and goes, Bieber, like for no reason.
It's sort of, I have like Bieber Tourette's right now. It's just...
Why did you do that? Did you even realize you did that?
Nah, I was thinking about another possible angle of making fun of him, and then I noticed that I was doing it, so that was me going like, Bieber, like he's got me.
It's crazy.
You know, it's a really fun thing. Luckily, he's a fun target to have, and the dais is really great. It's like the greatest roast ever. So I'm really excited.
It's exciting.
Congratulations to you people, because it's going to be well written as fuck.
Why
did only girls laugh at that?
Yeah,
Did
right?
you hear that? I love writing jokes. All right, made it weird for everybody. Good to be here, guys. Episode Who Gives a Fuck? Yeah, and I am trying to get Bieber on the show, if you're wondering. And there's rumors that maybe next week he'll be here. No confirmations, guys, but just rumors at this point.
Why are you even saying that when you know he's in the back of the room right now?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, give it up for Justin Bieber!
He is. Okay, you know what? If you guys aren't going to pretend like it's Bieber, then I'm going to send him back. Don't come up, Bieber.
Yeah.
Stay there.
Put your shirt back on.
This cold-blooded crowd that doesn't even get excited.
What if we did that with a Patriot?
You guys don't even have hope. That's what you're lacking right now, is hope. So let's pick it up a notch. Here we go. We have our one and only sponsor every single week. She makes a delicious meal for our guests, and I know one of our guests has already eaten some of this, and our other guest, I think, is going to be very excited, because this sounds right up his alley. Those are carne asada tacos with cotija cheese and fresh pico de gallo. It's from Chef Elise Lane, sitting right there, everybody. She's a gourmet chef that cooks a new meal from us and the guests every single week. It's always delicious. She's currently working with the great Russell Peters, because she's a professional chef that can be hired for all your catering needs. Hey, maybe you live in LA and you're having a big party. You want to impress people. Why not have a professional chef instead of making hot dogs and fucking it up? You know what I mean? People aren't going to want to be your friend. But if they really like the food, guess what? You can move up in this fucking town, people. I don't care what you do. If you're a waiter, you could be the restaurant manager. Every week it's delicious. She's at Elise Lane, the girl with the pan on Instagram and Facebook. Welcome, Monday audience. It's a Monday night. You guys are in a crazy show right now. She's streaming around the world live. The only streaming show at the #1 comedy club in the world. The world-famous Comedy Store, everybody. Every single week, to play with me and Brian, we always have a patriot, someone to keep us safe. This is this guy's third or fourth time being the patriot. Very, very funny guy. Always a great human being. One of my favorite rising comedians. One of my favorite pals just to write jokes with as of late. A hilarious mind. Put your hands together for Hormoz Rashidi, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Iranian patriot. He is literally... I think he calls it Iran, so I'll call it that. He's from Iran. You gonna sing along with us? You wanna sing us the national anthem? Do you know it?
This is the Islamic Republic's national anthem that I don't know.
That's a different national anthem?
This is the new government. It's like the Islamic Republic.
Oh, you only know the old one.
I only know the old one that's not the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Wow.
But I'll sing that. I'll sing the one I know.
Is the one that you know the more dangerous one? Josh, by the way, come look at how you just fixed his microphone. Like, I give you the there's no way that's the right angle. Put your hands together for Josh.
Yeah, it is actually. I did.
Really?
Yeah.
How come I still can't hear him? It sounds like he's talking from across the room. Can we do a test
Hello.
of any kind, guys?
There we go.
Great, you gotta talk like that from now on. Put your hands together for the great Josh Martin, everybody. He's on Twitter at Josh Martin Comic. Hustling and bustling. Now I can hear Hormoz. Hormoz, are you excited about tonight's show?
Oh, very excited.
You've been on the show a few times. You're one of our favorite people.
Thank you.
How's everything been? Anything crazy going on?
I went on a hike yesterday and got bit by a dog for the first time.
Wow, congratulations. You've become a man.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was it?
I don't know. It was a mutt, but it was a big one. And the guy was keeping it on a short leash, but not short enough because it just fucking snapped when I wasn't looking and just bit my thigh.
Wow, went right for your thigh, huh?
Yeah.
Were you
The
wearing-
ranger was right there too, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna tell the ranger because I don't want your dog to be killed. But get the fuck out of here with your mean ass dog. There's kids around. And I was really heated. You know, like you go hiking, you all been there, you go hiking, you're on mushrooms, and then a dog bites you.
I thought it was like a gyro or a Zankou chicken.
Did you feel like the dog knew that you were on mushrooms?
You know, I used to think that like when I was on mushrooms, animals could like feel it and like know that I was a piece. I don't feel that way anymore. I think it's just a stupid, mean dog.
Well, there you go. A lot of people would take the time to tell a funny story in that situation. Hormoz is one of the comedians that really lets it rip and just tell you an actual dramatic story of something that happened to him, like getting hit by a dog. Hormoz Rashidi, everybody. It's the time of the show where I bring up our guests. These two I've been working with for a very long time. One of them is one of my favorite rising talents in the world, currently opening up for Whitney Cummings and Sarah Silverman, and the other one is one of my first mentors, one of the funniest, coolest people that I know, and one of the greatest comedians anywhere, one of my favorites to see all the time. He's been on the show before. This is her first time. Put your hands together for the great Stephanie Simbari and Steve Trevino. They're here. I think Stephanie won the battle of who will get the intro music, though.
Thank you.
Steve Trevino might be the least Barbie girl of all the Barbie
Where's my
girls.
tacos?
Oh, you
I
want
want to know.
There they are.
No,
right
no,
here.
I'm okay.
She's gonna hand them to you.
Very
right
good.
now.
Let me
She's getting to the
reiterate.
Patreon.
Whose ginger beer is this?
That's mine.
Is it okay? I was gonna make fun of it. It was a dude's.
Why? It's spicy.
I want to see where the dog
Yeah.
bit you. Can we see on the thigh where the dog bit you?
Pull down your pants. Pull down your
Do you
pants.
want me to take your pants off for you?
I love this. We're about to get
Slower.
I really hope he's wearing underwear tonight.
Don't be fumbly with it.
That's.
What kind of band-aid is that? Cookie Monster Band-Aid.
Guys, I got bit by a big dog.
It gets covered up by one baby-sized
It
band-aid.
broke skin! It broke skin!
I was picturing
It was
such
rude,
a crazy bite.
It was a butt, but it was big. It
How-
was a
how
I
big
mean, I
big
kept
dog.
hiking all day.
How good were those mushrooms that you were on? Where you thought that you had a serious dog bite?
I mean, I didn't think it wasn't that serious. I kept hiking for like the next 5 hours on it, but.
But then you were like, I can't wait to tell everybody that I got bit by a dog.
Well, it was the first time I literally got bit by a dog.
Oh, then you haven't been to my house.
I've been to your house.
It is true.
Your dog loved
Steve
me.
Trevino has the scariest
My
dog.
dog has bitten more comics than any other dog in the
The
history
last
of the
dog
world.
that bit me, without a doubt.
Yep.
Steve's dog.
I remember when you called me up and you go, your dog found a loaf of bread
Yeah.
and I'm fucked.
Yeah, no, it's true. I was house sitting for him, dog sitting for him at one point, and this dog was pure evil. Like, it made no sense. It's like I mean, it's good we're around its master, but what he doesn't know, because he's never there to see it, is that when
Turns evil.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what it does.
pure evil, I ended up on the phone with you and had to knock on the neighbor's door, and she helped me. The neighbor had to come over because the dog is more bonded with her. That was one of the scariest points in my life.
I got it. Did you have to get a Band-Aid?
No.
I also think Hormoz did not get bit by a dog and was just on mushrooms.
Right.
With a cat.
There was no dog.
Yeah, it was like a tree.
And a branch just rubbed up against my
Yeah, you
leg.
just sit down near a pin and it hits you.
The
What
only-
kind of dog is your dog, Steve?
He's a blue healer, like Australian.
And you know what I learned after dog sitting is that they call them a healer, not because they make you feel
They don't
better,
heal you.
Because they sit down.
because they are known for biting your heels in the
Really?
farm or
Well,
whatever
not
it
your
is, right?
heels, but like
Animal
sheep
heels.
and- yeah, but it's LA, so.
But I have the legs of a sheep, so
That's-
it just went right after me.
the cankles of a sheep.
So you guys know how it works. We sit here, we talk to stand-up comedians about anything in the world. Maybe we try to help them out. Maybe we with something, like if we have an idea, or maybe we just talk to them about something else. Maybe see if there's something else funny they could possibly talk about in the world. And we do it all on a live streaming podcast. Comedians, you know what the deal is. You get 60 seconds of uninterrupted stage time if I pull your name out of this bucket. You know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, how adorable. Did you guys hear that?
Watch
Listen
out,
one-
Harpos.
Listen just one more time. Listen to this. Listen to this. Oh, how cute. But that means wrap it up then. Or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. I love that.
Yeah.
It is back, and it sounds angrier than ever.
I just love the fact that like last time
Got
I
a
was,
gun.
Last time I was here, Tony, you guys had the outfit, you wore the mask.
Yeah.
Like I come back several months later, it's like fuck it.
Yeah, this is the.
Like,
That's how they do in
Wear the
Iran.
gloves and the light.
It's a more casual page.
There you go. Okay, make an effort. You know what I mean?
Budget cuts here.
Yeah. Big budget cuts. When we started going streaming, that's when we had to
Things had to
we had
change.
to pawn off the original Patriot costume. So guys, let's get it started. Audience, are you ready? Live streamers, are you ready? Your first comedian tonight goes by the name of sure.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I got it. Marcus Martinez.
It's Marcos Martinez.
Oh, got a Mexican.
That's New York.
Marcos Martinez. Are you in the room, Marcos?
It's
Nope.
not Monterey.
That means you've been
got
blacklisted.
That's what happens.
What did
when
she
you
say?
miss
What
your
you-
spot.
Are you sure it's not Monterey, Martinez?
Is it Monterey Martinez?
Are you at Senor Funny?
No.
But you signed up and your name is that close?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Monterey.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Put your hands together for Monterey.
We're keeping the theme with the tacos and the Mexicans. Very good.
Guys, give it up first.
You guys, I'm not always good at dating. I prefer to date according to my breast size. I have smaller breasts, therefore I prefer to date someone with smaller hands. My only options are children and Mexicans. I can't date children because they don't have jobs. I'm not going to pay for everything. I'm not going to date Mexicans because I'm Puerto Rican. And everybody knows one Hispanic plus one Hispanic equals a baby. I'm not about that. I want to be a stepmom. Because, like, for me, children are scary. It goes children and then cancer. But at least with cancer, people are happy for you when you get rid of it. It's an abortion joke. I don't think abortions are bad. I feel like it's like when you go out to eat, you just send it back. It's not going in the garbage. Someone else is just eating it. Christians tell me that the babies go to heaven, so I'm just sending it back up where it goes. Makes me feel better about my abortion. Okay, thank you. That was awesome.
Wow, exactly 59 seconds.
Well done.
Nailed your time. How you doing?
Good. Thank
Can you talk to the mic?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Where are you from?
Buffalo, New York.
How long you been on stand-up?
Like almost 2 years.
How long have you been in LA?
Like 10 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
What
do you do?
made you want to do stand-up?
I always knew I wanted to write, so when I first came out here, I was just trying to write, and then I was like, how about you just do it on stage? And then that was that.
What do you do for work?
I work as a personal assistant for a talent manager.
For a talent manager?
Yeah, he does like music for studio composers.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Was there a part of your joke that you said something about eating an abortion? Was that what you were getting at?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's like sending it back at a restaurant. Like people don't throw food out. Like somebody takes it home. It's just like
You did
in
say-
my head, an abortion is like if I don't keep the baby, someone else just takes it.
Oh, you said somebody else eats it.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh, yeah, I
And then
didn't
I was
do
like,
that.
wait, what are you talking about? Eating abortion?
Yeah.
You kind of lost me at that part.
Sure.
But I like the abortion material because it's always interesting to see what somebody's take on is. You weren't too like like shocking. Like it wasn't like, oh, so you kind of walked the line a little bit with it.
For sure.
Because I've had a few and I've kind of let them go just because it was just bringing up the word baby in some audiences.
You've had a few abortions or jokes?
No, well, both. What's up, guys?
Was that a shout out to the people out there with multiple
Yeah.
No, it was a
abortions?
shout out to his dead baby.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you give like a shout out to babies though? Do they like ever figure
No,
out?
because they're
Are
not
they
really
permanently
babies.
that age and they just go to heaven just like
fetuses?
Yeah, nothing.
fetus
Or do they
is
like
what?
grow up?
They grow up into a baby form.
A psychic told me that everybody's 30 in heaven.
Wow.
You should open with that.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's great. Where'd you meet the psychic?
I think I'm psychic, so I just like hanging out with them.
Okay, what am I about to say about your set?
You're gonna say it was like average? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You just said you were psychic.
Yeah, but like on the weekends.
This is what I would say. You have 60 seconds.
For sure.
It's really hard to tackle an abortion joke
Yeah.
in 60 seconds. Me being Mexican American, I would stay away from the ethnic jokes. I call it tacoing it up.
Yeah.
You don't want to taco it up because you don't even look Puerto Rican.
But I am.
But I get it.
Yeah.
And you can mention that and then move on, in my opinion. But it's just
For
my
sure.
opinion. you know.
For sure.
You're very sensitive about this Mexican stuff, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I just hate when I see comics, and they're like, "Hey, being Mexican, we used to have to share a piñata."
And there's especially
You
a
know,
thing
like-
with that, with like Mexican culture, to where that I've learned from hanging out with Jesus so much that there's like it's very cliquey out there, and those guys all commit to it.
Oh yeah, there's a
There's
whole
like a
group
weird
of like
thing in
yeah,
Mexican comedy to where like there's a whole
subculture,
army,
like
of Mexican comedians that just sell it out. You know what I mean?
and they just they walk on stage. Where's my Mexican people at?
Right. Yeah.
But you put them in a room like this where you're trying to for every they don't get it. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure.
it's, so that's just I call it tacoing it up. You never want to taco it up. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
That's my opinion.
Um.
Even though I'm about to taco it up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't really take as much issue with the Mexican thing. I think it's fine if you talk about being Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
But what I think is, number one, like, your boobs don't look small.
I thought the same thing.
I'm like,
Yeah,
so
that's-
credit,
You
bro.
don't need- so
Definitely
you don't need to be
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
self-deprecating off the bat. Like,
sure.
That's something that I do too. I feel like I be self-deprecating because I think that like puts me on the
People
level
like
and
you.
like, but actually it just like makes us not trust you.
For sure.
And also like you thinking you're psychic and all that stuff is like so much funnier and more personal than like abortions, which is like very like general. And I feel like as girls we're like, well, we can talk about dirty stuff too, but like you don't have to do that to like be awesome. And I feel like you could be that because you're obviously really smart.
And don't dress down. You're a pretty girl. Like
This is just how I dress.
but,
Dress however you want.
How do you make friends with psychics?
You just go to like Agape.
A what? See, I knew I was.
That's like a
I
new
knew
age.
this question was
No,
gonna
that's
be
like
gold.
a new age church in LA.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thinks I go there, but I fucking hate organized religion, so I don't go.
So people guess you go there because you're like all like you like
Like,
stage
I'm-
your apartment
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Is that
People make
purse
fun of
full
me
of
for, like,
crystals?
No, but like my apartment is for sure.
Do you have any crystals on you?
Nope.
What happens when you're away from your crystals?
I feel fine because I'm not like
Do you
a
want to touch
maniac.
mine?
I can feel them from here. I knew you had crystals
The
on.
energy
She
was right from
has it. I like her. I
So
felt it.
how do you meet a psychic?
You say words to them, and then they tell you that they're psychic, and then you just get their phone number and you hang out with them.
Are you a gypsy?
No, but my mom is for sure.
Like
Wow.
that's funny.
So your mom has crystals too.
Your mom.
Yeah,
Puerto
my
Rican
mom thinks she's a
gypsy.
I think
witch.
you're right. Like get into that. Like,
Yeah,
the witchcraft
like what
and all
makes
that.
you
Like,
you is
know.
cooler than the fact that you can kill a baby.
Yeah.
Were you born in a crate?
Because we can all do that.
And no, not that I know of.
Yeah, anybody can get an abortion.
Yeah.
Well, not any.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me.
Except for you guys.
Sure.
No,
You can pay for them.
I
Yeah.
put my babies in a sock every night.
They're expensive.
are they?
Yeah.
Mijos.
Really?
Yeah.
How
Dude.
expensive is an abortion? I'm gonna go with my abortion special consultant, Stephanie Simbari, for this question.
Well, little known fact, I've never had one.
Okay, but how much would one be?
No.
It's $350.
How much is it? You know?
Mine was 700.
You had one?
Yeah.
$700.
700.
Yeah.
You just paid for the 350?
Yeah.
Hangers are so expensive now.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no reason to go to
Thank
the
you,
more
buddy. You heard me
expensive
right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
This crowd's a little
But
wibbly
it must have been a wooden hanger.
Have you guys all laughed at the same time yet once?
No, never.
Very bizarre crowd.
my ex-girlfriend just started her period. That's like a $350 value right there when you start a period.
Why don't you just go horseback riding? Cheaper.
True.
What do you miss about Buffalo?
Just people. They're just like down to earth and blue collar.
You have a lot of friends there?
No, everyone moved.
You ever go back and visit?
Like every 2 years.
Every 2 years, 'cause you have
Yeah.
family there.
Yeah.
And they stay in Buffalo.
Yep.
How old are you?
28.
Are you ticklish?
Depends.
Don't
Oh.
fuck red band, whatever you do.
Top 3 dicks you've sucked, go.
What was that?
Top 3 dicks you've sucked, go.
Top 3, like as in, are they famous or?
I don't
what do you
know.
mean?
Just like,
I know mine.
Right, man?
I think you did a great job, by the way.
Yeah, no, really.
Thank you.
You came up with material, and that to me, it says a lot about you already. You're already writing, so that was good.
And by the way, I would never want to do this, so really good job. It's a lot of pressure.
That's fine.
Yeah. I just.
Bye.
I like the way you were like, that's kind of my name.
Yeah. I was like.
Right? Like, good attitude. That's kind of my name.
Yeah.
Can I go up? Fuck it.
Hormuz, Iran
Yeah, totally
is
good.
the Puerto Rico of the Middle East.
That's true. That's true.
Um,
a fact.
any thoughts on Miss Martinez?
I thought she was funny. I appreciate a girl who has pedophile jokes. Usually it's just boys, and I like that.
Is it okay that her face is not covered?
Would I prefer her to like not look like such a whore? Yeah.
There you go. Punchline, right?
Thank you.
What was your name again? And if you want to give your Twitter handle a shout out,
It's
you
just
could do
Monterey. My name Monterey M.
Spelled out.
Monterey.
Monarey. My dad does drugs, and that's what you get.
Wow.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
All the facts. A gypsy mom, a drug addict dad. Like,
And that's
what's
just
up?
what you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a comic out of that. That's what
For
happens.
sure.
What's your dad's drug of choice?
Heroin. Yeah, he's sober now, you guys. He's sober.
Give it up for Monterey's dad.
Thank you.
you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
He's cool.
There she goes.
Thank
Great
you.
job, by the way.
Mary
Monterey
Martinez.
When she said small boobs, I had a side boob
Me
action.
too.
right here.
I was like,
that's not small
I'm like,
boobs.
those are like a C.
I've seen small boobs.
Did you have questions for the
When we
guest?
mentioned heroin, I just wanted to bring down the audience real quick and mention that Iran is the #1 heroin addiction country in the world.
Very
Here,
good.
here.
Tara's very relaxed.
We're proud of you guys over there. That's great.
Super chill terrier.
Very chill.
Oh, gonna fish around in the bucket?
Okay.
Okay.
I always ask my guests a question, the same question. Was there ever something that you did when you very first started comedy that you can't believe that you did? Or like that you might regret or that you find embarrassing?
I have a million of those.
Me too.
I made a business card.
No.
Oh yeah, stand-up comedian business card.
Was there like a image on it?
Yeah, like a little stand-up comedian guy.
Yes.
And I passed it around. It always cracks me up when I have like an opening act come on the road with me, and they're standing outside handing out business cards, and I'm like, rookie move. But yeah, it's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done is where
I love that.
business
I
cards.
feel like it shows you had a good business sensibility and you're just trying to be
Yes.
somebody.
Yeah, now people are like, you got a card? I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, well, a card is sort of like, I don't know. I feel like it's like old newspaper boy stuff now. Like, oh, here's my business card. Contact me on the
But
Rotary.
people still
The
ask for
best-
a card, and then I feel stupid when I'm like, nah, I don't know
The
my
best
license
move,
number.
my
It's
dad
like a
would
thing now. It's like a thing. People pull out their phones.
Yeah, my dad would ask somebody for a business card, they'd give it to him, and he'd pick his teeth with it. It was the fucking best move.
They should have a thing though where like if you tap a phone together, like a button and a tap,
They do that.
They did that.
Oh,
but
really?
I feel like they took it away.
No. How about you, Stephanie?
Well, like
What's the
Steve-
worst thing you did in the beginning of your career?
I don't know. I have a lot of really embarrassing stories that I blacked out because I was either really high or really drunk. But
Well, that's normal.
but like you can't be fucked up when you first start. It's not like a good move. You gotta like have your wits about you. But I remember when the first time I did the open mic downstairs, the host, don't even know who it was. I was like just a ball of nervous energy. He was like, "Okay, you're gonna get 3 minutes, and there's gonna be a light at 2, and then you're gonna get off stage. It's gonna be a star." And I was like, "Okay." And then I don't know how much time I did. It probably was like a minute and 10 seconds. I was so nervous and like in a blackout that I saw those red lights on the ceiling that have stars on them.
Oh my god.
Fucking him up.
Yeah, and I thought that was the light. And I was like, "This is my dad!"
Oh my
And I just
God.
like freaked out and ran off stage, and I didn't come back for like 6 months. I don't think. I've still never done well at the open mic, and
I
that's
always laugh
over 6 years ago.
Again, like when I have an opener that like walks on stage with it, like they're doing a guest spot at my show and they'll walk on stage with a beer. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
You have to.
You have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're gonna sip a beer?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, guy?
It's amazing.
Oh, it's my thing. You don't have a fucking thing. You suck.
Put your hands together for Michael Perkinson, ladies.
Michael Perkinson.
We had Michael on three times. Always fun. Because we're the likable, goofy guys.
MP.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, pit bulls. Everybody wants to have a pit bull. It's not how... they're not vicious. It's just how you raise them. Look, motherfuckers, you can raise a border collie to be vicious, and it's still just gonna gnaw on your fucking baby's neck like a dentabone, and nothing's gonna happen. It's not about it how you raise it. It's the fact that at one point, its whole fucking 8-year life decides to fucking do something stupid. It could fucking kill an antelope. It's a fucking pit bull. There's no other dog we fear. I was going to talk about how people... Hey, I love how people take me serious now that I wear glasses. A year ago, I didn't have glasses, and people took me for the retard that I am. But now, they're like, hey, did you clean that faucet as good as you could have? Yes, sir. I promise, sir. I understand. Right? And then now people are like, hey, I'm thinking about buying a nursing home. What do you think? I'm like, yeah, nursing homes are turnkey. People are always...
I don't know what it was, but he was amazing. Michael Perkinson, ladies and gentlemen.
I have so many questions.
I know. Was there more to that last joke? Was that it?
Nursing homes are turnkey. Let's fucking leave it on that. I don't even people are writing the joke in their head.
To fill in for you guys and for some of the listeners that might be seeing Michael for the first time, he's been on a few times, and what we've learned about Michael is that he's funnier in between his jokes than his jokes are.
So true.
Like when he's talking about how bad that just went or whatever, like in the middle of jokes, he kills. And then he starts saying something that he prepared and thought of, and it's just dog shit. But don't let that take away from the fact that he's killing in between the jokes because you have such a fucking likable, like giant lesbian head.
Where's that sound that he goes,
He's got a pat
like,
shake
what
on
is
him.
that sound?
Like,
If Jimmy from South Park wasn't paralyzed, Tony...
Are you talking about Timmy, you
Timmy.
stupid
God
fuck?
damn it.
Are you trying to roast me right now? In a fucking bathing suit? You're trying to make fun of me?
In your swim trunks, guy? And a perm? All right, come on.
Christ. Fucking
Fucking perm is
flip-flops.
strong.
I was literally gonna say, first things first, you gotta lose.
Tired of fighting, Tony.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What were you
God.
doing in those shorts? I know it wasn't working out, you fucking fuck. Piece of shit. How dare you call me Jimmy from South Park, who isn't even a fucking character.
Well, he's so fat that shirt never comes off, even if he's in the pool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's a keep the shirt on kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy is actually a.
What is that on your
character.
arm? What is on your forearm?
Hey,
You have a
Patriot.
tattoo?
That's his
Yeah,
set.
what's on your forearm?
It's my set.
What does it say on your fucking forearm?
Well,
Read the words.
all right. Gummy, Avatar, Pac-Man, Risk and Reward.
What?
Teddy.
None of that shit came out.
What happens? You get 1 minute on stage, you prepare all that shit on your arm,
Yeah.
and you just fucking rattle off
Oh, no.
nonsense about border collies can be like pit bulls.
Listen,
Why
guys.
would you use a Sharpie, guy?
Guys.
Use a pen.
You want to talk?
Jesus.
You want to talk about a
Use a
bad?
razor blade if those are the jokes you're gonna be writing. Michael can handle it, you softy fucks. Let's see you guys watching him and see how his reaction will be. He's been in the war zone. It's you pussies first.
You want to talk about a bad day?
Whoa, is he okay?
You want to talk about a bad day? I didn't get drawn, so I entered some dance off for the Ustream.
Oh, did you win that?
I won it. I won the fucking. I lost all self, whatever you call it. Fucking.
You lost that when you showed up.
Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna try to get on the fucking stage. Get on the stage, but I knocked the tile out. So there's some manager who kind of looks like Paulie, but kind of looks like Andy Dick's younger brother. That some guy's like, you just knocked the tile out. I don't think you know
What's happening right now?
What did you just try to tell a little story or something?
I
That would just happen.
I just
Did you go into another set?
I just killed. I just killed the OG room, but when I got off the stage, I was like,
The OG room?
what's it called? I don't even know.
Yo, son.
No, it's
Going up at the OG room tonight. Keeping it real.
Holy fuck! All right, but you gotta get some shoes.
Yeah, why are you dressed
You went
like
back
a middle-aged vacation?
I'm sleeping on a couch, and I've been sleeping on a couch.
Okay, first of all, how old are you?
Just because you're sleeping on a couch doesn't mean you have to wear what you're sleeping on the couch. Like you could get off the couch and put on a fucking adult outfit.
Maybe pull out a straightening iron and straighten that hair out. You know, I mean,
I like how interested y'all are in how
how old are you, honestly? How old?
I'm 29.
You're really funny, man. Like, you're a funny dude. Like, you really are. You're a funny person. You
Thanks,
can't
man.
write to save your fucking life. You're a funny
And
dude.
you know what? Sometimes some people don't need to, in certain situations. Like we've said this every time he's been on, is that he's a ticking time bomb to be, the next Jonah Hill type in some fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. Look
Well,
at
he's
his
way
fucking
older than
head.
Jonah Hill.
How could you not love that? He's better than Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's gonna lose out on roles to this fucking guy, and they're gonna be casting a Jonah Hill type, and he's gonna book it over Jonah Hill because you're like locked in Jonah Hill at his best. Jonah showed us that he can actually control himself, and you couldn't do that, but it's perfect. You'd stay at this perfect, likable weight, and it would be awesome.
I just want to say that just because you're funny though doesn't mean you don't need to keep doing like a lot of sets because you're only gonna get funnier if you don't write good by getting up a lot.
I'm a one-liner, but going to these open mics repetitively made me start to
You're
question
a
things.
one-liner?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Well, give me one line. Go.
I leave Cheetos in the street to teach birds about risk and reward.
Do one that you haven't done on the show before. Read one of the fucking things off of your
I think
fat
you're not
arm.
a one-liner comic.
What's the Pac-Man one?
Okay, first of all, you had to write fucking risk and reward on your arm to remember that bullshit.
You just write
kidding me?
Cheetos.
Just write Cheetos.
I just smile and keep looking, guys. That's all you do. Just smile and keep looking.
He writes the joke out.
I'm gonna write a joke about risk and reward.
Sticks and stones can break your bones, but your words can make me want to kill myself.
Oh, stop.
Not
No,
really.
you're not.
really. I'm not suicide.
You would never ever kill yourself. Let's face it.
I'm not too hungry to kill myself.
What's the Pac-Man joke?
Okay. This is ridiculous. All right. I like to run through grocery stores eating hard-boiled eggs till I find the fruit section, so I can pretend I'm Pac-Man.
Holy
That's
shit.
funny.
That's funny. I still think you're not a one-liner comic.
No, you're a guy who gets on stage and has fun.
It makes
You're-
noises.
Yeah, it makes noises.
And you know what? You were correct to say that Tony was Jimmy from South Park, but without the crutches.
Right, it's true. I thought about that afterwards, but I wasn't going to give him any credit on that.
Yeah, take that shit.
He was right.
Guys, it's fun to fucking take shots at you because it's like fucking shooting a blow dart into an elephant's skin. It's just nothing ever lands. But
No, it's like having something with the skin of an elephant throw blow darts at us. It's a whole different thing. Guys, the coolest thing happened during that. Melissa Joan Hart is now following me on Twitter, everybody. I got it.
Oh, yeah.
So random.
Sabrina!
She has like a company tweeting for her, and they follow a lot of
fucking
people.
bitch.
Yeah, sorry, but that's cool for you.
I was going to say she's going to have to explain herself, but...
Sabrina the teenage bitch.
Wow, you really went for it there. I really appreciate it. Leave it to the Iranian to bomb out of nowhere when you least expect it. It was detonators on it.
And he thought about it. He fucking wrote it in his head.
By the way, she's following me, and she's also following 130,000 other people.
My heart is broken.
She's a
She has no
slut.
Larissa.
Or,
It's not her.
Still looks pretty decent.
Are those her kids?
Yeah.
Is that her
TV.
husband?
Yeah.
speaking of being an
Nice.
abortion.
kill Tony.
Whoa.
More like kill Boney.
MP, you guys. Give
What was that? Are you going to write that on your arm for next week? Okay, rattle off one more joke from your arm. I want to hear another one. I want to see if any of these are good.
Teddy Grahams are fossilized gummy bears. We've been eating.
Did you hear that noise of people in the audience? It sounded like they just jumped off a building.
Was that one off your arm?
That was only
You really put that on your arm?
but I didn't go off the arm up here, guys.
There's only one possible thing we
Then
could
why
do.
did you write it?
It's there for backup. My arm's down my back.
Okay.
I came up with a piece
You
of
know what you
paper.
have to do now, Michael?
Kill yourself.
You have
No, no.
No, you don't have to do that. You just have to cut off your left arm.
That's coming with the diabetes.
Oh, I see what you see that.
That was quick. That was
Self-deprecation
quick.
and a smile. I like that.
I don't care. Who gives a shit?
You're funny. You really are a funny dude, man. You really are.
Michael, what do you want to
Keep
do?
doing it.
Like, what's your biggest dreams?
My biggest dreams, dude, not have to fucking worry about anything. Just have rent covered and get some pussy every now and again that can pay for. Fuck it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. I want to fuck you and I want you to leave. I mean, like,
Sounds like that couch has another 30 years of you ahead of it.
I don't believe you.
huh?
I don't believe you.
You're one of those girls. You're one of those
I
girls.
just think a girl could really help you, like, buy some shoes and.
With my money, right?
No.
And her shoes and
What do
your
you-
shoes.
What do you do? What do you do for
Trying
a
to help the
living?
guy.
Where do you work?
I don't have a job. I'm just here trying to find a job. I got an audition to play a fucking overweight, creepy guy.
Well,
Yes.
Nailed it.
normally when people like say the description of the audition that they're going on like that,
Name's Danny. His name's Danny.
They don't perfectly nail exactly like what they are. I mean, what kind of auditions would you rather be going out for? Overweight, slightly creepy guy? Because there's only
With a
so
perm.
many options of shit that you can book. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? Skinny, not creepy?
Now I want to do karate.
Do you know any karate?
Nope.
What did you do for this dance-off that you won?
I fucking killed it.
You fucking killed
You
I
it.
wanna
saw
play-
a little bit of it.
You want
You
to
did
play?
pretty
I mean, I broke the ceiling, but if you want to play some music, I'll dance.
Well, are you gonna break the ceiling?
No, I'll put the microphone stand away.
Audience, would you like that? I think we all want to see. I think we all want to see exactly what Michael Perkinson brings to the table. Whoa, he's emptying the pockets. I gotta give him
Those are the
credit.
shoes.
Adding a light card.
And the shoes are off. Wow. Fuck yeah! Look at this. Oh. This is obviously the dance he does when you realize that he still has more Doritos left.
Holy shit. I like your attitude, buddy.
Honestly,
Are you a
got
lifeguard?
great
I
rhythm.
was at one point, yeah.
You were a lifeguard at one point.
Wow. What do you call that? Those dance moves, like the high cholesterol, or what is it exactly?
You used to strip right at a laundromat?
Man, I just did a dance audition. It was so fucking funny. Hey, I'm a professional dancer. This dude had an iPad. He was chasing me around this basketball gym. Just
Oh wow! So when the blood gets rushing to his head, it creates a disaster.
He's done 4 sets
obviously.
tonight.
I think we woke up the beast. Can you put that stuff in your pocket? You got that? What's going on over there?
You gotta be careful with those mesh pockets
So, when's this audition?
and the built-in underwear.
which audition?
Do those have built-in underwear?
I cut it out. I'm free balling. It feels good. I like it. You ever powder up? When you powder up and you're free balling, it just feels fantastic in this weather. Just fantastic. Round of applause for free balling in this weather. Yeah.
That's a good opener.
Open with that.
Can I just miss myself? I really.
Yeah.
I'll dismiss you. Wait, real quick. When's that audition for overweight creepy guy?
Oh, I just responded to it today, but I mean, it sounded like I'm not even auditioning. They just took me from the picture.
You think you booked it straight off the picture?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I got this picture where I'm like, yeah, fuck y'all. Just kidding. No,
I think we have the future Brian Holtzman, dude. I think.
I don't know. I've never heard of him. Say somebody I know.
I think in the future.
Yeah, there's definitely something to you. You're very, very likable, and we love having you on, Michael.
Yeah, you're a lot of
You're
fun,
a real
man.
wildfire. So, good luck at your audition. Pretty sure you already booked it.
Oh, guys, you see who just got in the room?
It was intense.
The Dean just showed up.
Hey, Dean Galber, ladies and gentlemen. Former GM of the Comedy Store, one of the guys that, I worked for. One of the last bosses I ever had. The last boss I ever had. Not counting these crazy writing gigs, but...
Humble brag.
Well, what can I say? This is an interesting one. This isn't written on a normal piece of paper. Is that approved, Josh? Do you know about this? No. So somebody just dropped this in earlier? Yeah. Well, then I shouldn't read it, right?
No.
Because that makes it an unfair system, correct?
Right.
All right, perfect. See, we're honorable here. Put your hands together for your next comedian, David Deary, everybody.
David Deary.
David Deary.
Thanks, guys. I just got back to LA. I was visiting my parents for 2 weeks. I never realized how much I hated my parents. I also never realized how loud masturbation actually is. There's really nothing worse than jerking off and thinking to yourself, can my mom hear this? The only thing worse than that is jerking off thinking, can my mom hear this? And being like, oh yeah, she can. Oh yeah, mommy, David's a big boy now, isn't he? Yeah, I got man needs now, mommy. Save those Star Wars toys for someone else. That's worse. The only thing worse than that would be jerking off thinking, can my mom hear this? And getting excited about it, and then there's a knock at the door. And it's my dad, and he's like, what are you doing? Oh, you're jerking off to mom? Cool, bro, yeah, let's do this shit. And the cousins all come over, they're like, yeah, and the dog and the elbow. I only got a minute. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
Wow. 59 seconds of crush. David motherfucking Deary.
Wow.
With perhaps, I will say, one of my favorite minutes I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You kept it on one thing. And
One of?
I think that's definitely, if not the best minute I've heard on the
Oh,
whole
come
show.
on,
or
guys.
whatever.
Come on.
He weirdly looks a lot like David.
I know, stop. Stop with that. Come on.
Like I thought it was David Cross.
This has
with
been
the hat
20
and
years
the-
of this, guys.
That's why he did so
You
good,
see
'cause
this?
it is
Are you
David
wearing
Deary.
a
David
disguise?
Cross, yeah.
We see.
He's in disguise.
He doesn't have that.
You're a pedophile forever.
Uncanny.
I know. His publicist in Vegas stopped me like a long time ago. Like this was like Mr. Showtime. Like he was like, "Oh my God, do you know David Cross?" And I was like, "Yeah, I live in New York. I'm cool. God, bye."
There's
I've been getting it a lot. I've been
another-
getting it a lot. Like seriously, it's pretty
Another
crazy.
story from David Deary, everybody.
David Cross.
I like it.
David, I loved that. That was amazing.
Thanks.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 5.5 years.
5.5 years, and
Yeah.
you're from
Well, I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I spent the last 10 years in Europe.
Europe.
Doing
Yeah.
stand-up?
Yeah, doing stand-up. I started in Europe,
Where at?
in Berlin.
You started in Germany.
Yeah, I started.
What's your nationality?
Crazy.
What are you?
My mom's Jewish. My
Get
dad.
the fuck out of here. That is amazing.
No,
you
that's-
started in Berlin.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
Jewish.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
I got it back, bro.
Incredible.
What's your dad?
My dad's Italian Irish.
Hey, we're the same.
I'm a Chelsea Peretti. I live where Chelsea Peretti's. She's also Jewish mom, Italian dad.
Okay. I see
Dude,
what
I thought you were. I was
That's why I
very
thought he was
impressed,
hot.
man.
Thanks, man.
You did
Thank
a great
you.
job.
Thanks.
Really good opener, strong. You
There's
know,
not a
you-
lot of comics in Germany. You know what I mean? I get a lot of time.
What's some of the differences in European crowds in here? I performed in Sweden, and I can tell you one thing that I noticed
What's that?
is that they don't laugh like Americans. Americans laugh more like gluttonous. Like when we think something's funny, we let it rip. Like you know, we all have our own goofy laughs that we do, and we push it. And in Europe, it's sort of, at least with the stand-up, it's like more like ha 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 ha. Like it's
They
more
clap
like,
a
it's more
lot.
like respect, and
They
they're
clap,
clapping.
yeah.
Like it's like if you're killing, then they're clapping
Yeah.
like that the whole time because the show's going good. Like they're like, yeah, keep it going. This is
German audiences clap, like even like for German comics, it's just like a thing in their culture when they laugh. If it's really good, they clap. So
Right.
it's hard, and it's hard to get, like they don't. I guess they don't have the culture of like joke, 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 slam, you know, and get a rolling, you know. like Bobby Lee wouldn't even be able to perform out there because people would just be like, "Oh, that's funny." Oh, and
Well,
then he's just
what
like,
it
"No,
is.
that's
I
the
did
beat.
it.
I need to tag this."
I did it with Joe Rogan, and that's pretty much what he did. Was like these people were clapping their hands together for pretty much an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Not to mention the half hour that I destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Going up before
Killing
him. I mean, no.
And it's
big
probably
deal.
hard to keep your timing. Like I only did comedy in
It
Europe,
was
so
super weird. We did 2
Yeah.
sets in a theater in Sweden in one night, and I did 30 and he did an hour and a half. And the first set, I spent the last 10 minutes of it only being able to talk about their responses and the fact that they could clap. Like, I had this weird epic sort of set for the people that were there, where I was realizing what was happening and also thinking that I wasn't doing good because I'm like, why aren't you guys laughing? And they were laughing at that. They were clapping at that. And I'm like,
Right.
what is going on? Like, I almost felt like it was a giant prank. And then I made the adjustments for the second set and just kept going. And if you just keep going, they'll stick with you. They can't believe it because I guess people just aren't that funny in Europe, huh? They're still
there's
on,
just
like,
not. They just don't do it. It's like the same reason we're not good at soccer. We just don't care. They don't care about it.
David, that's it. That was a.
They don't give a shit about
That
it.
was a complete bit, right? Like that. That's
Yeah,
you,
I've done it a few times.
How much material would you like? Is it comfortable? How much material do you have? What's the longest set you've
Well,
ever
I've done a lot of long sets because when I started, I actually was just like, I wasn't even trying to be a comic. I was like, I'm just gonna do a full show, like it was a joke. And then a lot of people came, and it was like,
Okay.
like my friend told me, he said, "Oh, you should be a comic, like it's a classic story. Like you should do comedy." And there's no out there, especially there's nowhere to do comedy. So I just said, "All right, I'll do it."
Were you friends with mostly Americans out there?
No, lots of German
What
friends.
brought
and
you there in the first place?
Music stuff.
And what makes you keep the mustache? That's what I want.
I fixed the
Hipster
washing
shit.
machine one time, and I was
And
like,
you're
you know
I
what?
gotta have a mustache.
I got this. This is mine now.
Very good.
David, do you want to do the Death Squad show Friday?
Yes.
Awesome.
Look how excited he
Can't
is.
believe it.
Look at that. He's just shut up. Look
Just
at
like that guy.
Oh my
Just
god.
like that
Smile. Wait a second. I just got word. Yeah, Michael Perkinson just jumped off the comedy store. He's dead now.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Wow.
Can I just say I've signed up for this podcast like 20 times, and I'm pretty bitter about it. And today I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get picked today because Pat Reagan was talking about dead cats, and the crowd is angry, and I'm gonna do horrible, and then no one's gonna like me. But whatever.
Oh, you are a comic.
Now it worked
Yeah.
out.
He's a miserable fuck.
Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome. Mate. That was really impressed. That was my
I did
first.
great, man.
that
I'm
was my
much
first time
happier
seeing it.
I'm much happier now than I was in Germany. So
Yeah, I've known you for quite a while, and you've helped. I know that you've helped Josh, like set up and like help us out.
thanks for letting me do that, Tony. You're a great guy.
How old are you?
I'm pretty old.
He's at least in his.
Yeah, you look like the cool dad. You know what I mean?
I'm the cool dad. Yeah,
Yeah.
the skateboarding
Hey,
dad.
Dad, wear this hat. Okay.
I'm 41.
Oh, you're funny. Man. You're really good, man.
Wow.
How long were you in Europe for?
10 years.
Man,
I know. I blinked and I was just like,
what were you doing over there?
Well, I went over there doing music stuff. I used to like do a lot of music stuff, and
Ah, dude, me too.
Like what were you? When you say music stuff?
Well, I
Like, that
used
might be
to
the most.
produce-
What were you
yeah, it
doing?
was-
You had a
I-
Walkman and headphones. Like what are you talking about? You were doing
I've been in
music
bands
stuff.
and I produced music. But I went over there DJing for some hip hop kids from New York, and then just kind of fell in love with Berlin.
Hip
It's
hop
really cheap.
kids. You went with?
some guys.
12-year-olds.
Did you go to
Some
Europe
dudes.
with kids
K-pops.
in a van? David, did you drive a van across the
Trying to
ocean?
hide my past here, you know what I mean?
I mean, your past is intriguing me. It's,
I was a DJ. I was a DJ.
The $1 million
Give it up for
question.
DJs.
The $1 million question is: how did you get your pedophile van across the ocean to Europe?
Pretty funny catch. Yeah.
Like, does it have?
It's a good one.
It goes underwater, so it turns into a submarine.
A submarine. I love it.
Lots of little kids paddling, man, paddling.
What kind of car do you have? I want to know what your
I don't
life
have a
is
car.
like.
I have a bike.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
I
you
know,
ride
man. I'm like,
How far do you live from here?
I live right now. I live in Westlake. I'm looking for a place.
I live in Ontario, California.
You
Holy
drive your
shit.
bike from there?
Yeah.
I don't even know where Westlake is.
What?
It's
Like
like
a
Like in the
skinny.
Can you
valley.
name a cross street or something?
4th and Rampart. Do you want to know my exact location?
You take it over Laurel.
Want the address? I want to
still
kill
don't
me
know
over
where that
here.
is. Is that like
Wait,
downtown?
It's like down past Koreatown. It's like Koreatown, Westlake, downtown. It's pretty. It's not my ultimate.
Do you get on the
pick,
bus
but
too sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. Or I'll get on the train. I'll get on the red line.
Very good massage parlors over there, though.
I bet.
You go to the farmer's market, don't you?
I'm looking for a place to live right now, so I just got a job at a pizza place.
Why don't
Thank
you move
very
in
much.
with? Why don't you move in with Jude?
I'm married. I'm married.
Oh,
I'm a married man. So I got a sacrifice for my wife.
Damn it!
I know.
She's cool though.
No chance.
She's
I'm in.
cool. Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
you
dude.
could be.
Yeah, Stephanie would never hook up with a married man.
Not anymore.
And your
Where are you
cocktail.
from? Where are you from originally?
Originally from the suburbs of Philadelphia.
Born and raised?
Where?
Close to
Thank
it.
you. Somebody.
What's your deal? Did any
West
European girls
Philadelphia.
break your heart out there?
No, not too bad. It's
Did
nice.
you get
out
in one
there.
little
It's good.
fight and your mom got scared?
What's that?
Well, David, we loved having you on.
Thanks,
It's a
man.
great fucking.
You did a good
minute.
job, buddy.
Thanks.
See you Friday.
Participating with parents. You can catch him Friday at the Ice House.
Yeah.
Pet Squad show.
Yeah, we gotta find somebody you can go with because you should not ride
Yeah,
your
he's
bike
not riding his bike to
to ice. Oh, take the train. All
At
right.
Mr. David Deary.
Oh yeah, you can take the red line to the gold line. I know that one.
Yes.
I did that before on my way to the Rose Bowl because I'm a Buckeye and I come from winning ground. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian is Alex Duong.
Alex Duong.
Somebody's rooting him on.
I've been sex long enough that my friends bought me a pocket pussy. Like, it's funny and it's weird. It's funny because I know now he owns a sex toy. Because you don't just go around buying sex toys for people. Like, you're a consumer, you're a believer in that product. It's weird because I know after he used his sex toy, he was like, oh, you know who could use one of these? Alex could. Happy birthday. But I took it because it's a gift, you know? And I get lonely, guys, I get lonely. So, one night at home, I'm looking at the pocket pussy, and I'm on a Hugh Grant marathon. And it's like, hey Alex, let's go. I don't know why it's English. It's like, come on, let's have a go at it, mate. I'm like, no, I'm just like mad at Sandra Bullock. Like, come on, Sandra, give him another chance, he's misunderstood. It's like, come on, it's either this or 2 weeks notice again. I'm like, ah, fuck it.
So what do you? Is that it?
What?
Is that the whole thing?
There's a couple more like
But
steps.
don't do it, please.
Does it come after that? That was it, or did you just nail your minute?
No. There's like a couple more like lines to a couple more tags to
I bet he
it.
fucks the pussy.
I take the pussy, yeah.
Take a pussy.
Yeah.
Did you try it?
I did try
Does
it.
it actually fit in your pocket?
Yes, it does. It's compact. It's an overhead.
Did you take it?
Never know.
Did you take it to a public place with you and then use it for like what it's worth, or did you just use it at home?
I used
like
it
a
in-
real pocket pussy.
I used it in traffic.
Attaboy.
I just don't get it.
How happy are your parents right now that you do stand-up comedy?
They're miserable.
I know, they're Asian. They're Asian, I know.
Ever since your dad gave you that pocket pussy, you
No.
Are you, what kind of Asian are you? Are you Korean?
No, my mom's Vietnamese, French, dad's Chinese.
Holy shit, that's a mess.
Sexy Asian mixture.
That's where the lips come from.
Who wants some smart
They're
babies?
so supple.
We want some sim babies.
No, he's a comic. If he was
So,
smart,
but look at his bone structure. This is
he
what we
does have
think
strong
about.
bone structure.
Ooh, yikes! Don't make that face.
Don't clip it.
Yikes. So when did you use it? How did you use it? What was
Well,
that?
why do you want to know this?
Because this is where the fucking material happens. It certainly ain't. There's nothing funny about him staring at it, wondering what the fuck he's gonna do the whole time.
No,
So when
like-
you fucked it, what went down?
Well, I was on. There's like a little like thing of lube that comes with it.
So you use that lube like?
Yeah. just
All right.
Like a
had-
ketchup packet?
Yeah, like
Did you read the ingredients?
No, it's probably bad for me though. But it works. It works. I'm like on the 405, and it's like bumper to bumper, or to O. So you're from LA. And it's
Asians
like,
already can't drive, and you're using the pocket
Yeah.
pussy.
yeah, and
Come on, guy.
You'd
and
never
I'm
be
in
able,
a Prius.
And a Prius. Oh, Jesus.
you would never be able to explain yourself. So seriously, when did you use it? At home or in the car?
It was actually in the car because I like to test myself. I like to challenge myself.
Are you trying to make a joke? Or you
Yeah,
No,
I don't believe he used it in the car.
I have
That's
used it in the car.
you
No,
Have
broke
any
it out.
photos of that?
What's that?
Of you fucking the pocket pussy in your car?
I have. It's
Do you
just
have
like
photos?
Yes, you want me to see you?
Yeah, I want to see.
Shotgun.
You really took a photo of yourself?
No, I did not. I'm not that
It's
narcissistic.
so much multitasking. You're driving, fucking the pussy.
Right.
No, it was like in the middle.
Selfie on my pocket pussy.
I'd love to. I would
No,
even
it
believe
was
it.
And he
like
drives the standard.
It's like after a show and I'm going home and I just have a sudden
Okay.
urge to jack off and I'm just
So
like
it's after a show and there's traffic on the 405?
Yeah, there's always fucking.
Maybe you
it's
should hit
tacky,
the gym
but, you
before
know,
work to burn off some of that energy, dude.
No, the gym's expensive.
You should be able to get home without jerking off.
Is more traffic bad though?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want cars next to you seeing you fuck your pocket pussy, right?
No, I got limo tent.
Ghetto Asian.
Like a boss.
Tinted windows.
He's got
on
a Prius with a fucking, what are those things called in the back? Fucking,
Yeah, but you're
you know what I mean.
no matter how
Spoiler.
pimp your car is, you're still not a pimp if you're fucking a pocket pussy while you drive.
Solid point. Solid point. What do you, how old are you?
I'm 30.
How, like, honestly, how disappointed are your parents?
No, I'm the youngest child, so they kind of let me do whatever I want to do.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, we can fuck up on this one. Like,
And what do your other siblings do?
they're all business owners.
Rich.
and I'm fucking eating ramen, you know. They got
Such a
beamers.
stereotype.
Well, I mean, you probably like ramen though, right?
That's delicious.
Fucking some ramen.
Wait, how long have you been in
They're eating
stand-up
ramen
for?
too.
Like 2.5 years.
And what did you do before that?
I was headed towards medical school.
Wow.
This could have been your physician, you guys, on the way to work, just fucking that pocket pussy.
He would have invented a better pocket pussy.
Yeah.
I would have.
Had more schooling.
I think, look, honestly, man, I think you did a good job. You had material. I just think you took it too far, too long. Give me punchlines.
Okay.
You know, I don't need to know Sandra Bullock and the accent and all
I
that
liked
bullshit.
that.
I don't like
I thought that was good details.
Too many
It
details.
has an accent.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's got a personality that's sweet.
The one part where you said you were watching a marathon of
Hugh.
Grant movies, is that who it was? That was your strongest part of the whole
That was
joke.
funny.
Yeah.
So it seemed like it was just too much fat around that one joke.
That's my
But I did like the setup where you said your friend was fucking his pocket pussy, and now I just like saying that. And then he thought of you. Like that's a funny point.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Mom.
Women have a pussy pocket.
Yeah, like I put my phone in my pussy.
See?
And I pussy.
This is like a pocket book.
I pussy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just having trouble wrapping my head around this. The first time you used it, you're telling me the truth, and I'm telling you to just tell me the truth, because I
No.
find this to be amazing.
No, absolutely. It was.
You
car.
decided to pull it out at nighttime.
Pull out
Yeah.
the ketchup packet.
Freeway traffic
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah,
There's
it's like-
traffic on
Sour
the freeway,
sauce.
bumper to bumper.
For some
You
reason.
pull
Yeah.
the thing out of the box, you pull the liquid packet of lubricant out, you open up the bag of lubricant, you
Soy
put that
sauce,
on the
someone
on
get
the
soy
on
sauce.
the
Soy
pocket
sauce.
pussy, or do
Make
you
it soy sauce instead of pop. That wasn't my joke. That was you. I don't want to mencio you.
Sorry, I missed
No, like
that.
you put it on the inside, and the thing is, like I usually like when I have like shows, I actually bring the pocket pussy on stage.
Do you have it
using
with
the
you?
crab. No, it's in my.
You're better than that.
I know. I'm
Is he
professional.
though?
And you're wearing skinny jeans, so I'm guessing this is one tiny pocket pussy that you're fucking, huh?
A bit earlier, like another setup about that, about how like it's a small pocket pussy, and like it's like a small pocket pussy. I'm like, I'm an Asian, but I ain't got a baby dick, dude.
Prove it.
You know, it would be funny though if you and a friend could both go together and then like just split it in half and then both have a half.
Yo, man, you want half of my
good.
pocket pussy?
You ready to go halfsies on a fleshlight?
Yeah, go half seas on a flesh.
fleshlight.
That's funny. That's funny.
Like, you know what's funny, Alex Duong.
I
You just did a
know.
Hugh Grant impression of
I've
your
got a sense of
66.
humor, god damn it.
You should think about
I
medical
like him.
school.
He's charming.
He
Maybe
is good. I
what
like
are
him
your
too.
other jokes about?
Your
Just
supple
about-
lips.
Other weird sexual things you do?
Yeah, just
His
about
lips are supple. Be honest.
They are.
They're
I'm
very
telling
supple.
you, you're a really hot Asian guy.
Thank
Well, he
you.
had braces up
And
until just a
racist.
few weeks ago.
No, like-
Really?
Yeah, I just got my braces off like a month ago.
You should kiss
That's why he's got
that
great
pussy,
teeth.
Get some real pussy, my friend.
I heard that.
Trying.
When the friend gave you the pocket pussy, did you still have the braces
Tell
on?
me
then?
still.
I did.
See, now he can move
See,
on.
now it's starting to
Time
make sense.
to evolve.
I love it. Well, Alex Duong,
I feel like
I think we had fun up here tonight.
I had a blast. I had a blast.
I think it's just so weird to have a shit up here. The decor.
He's Asian as fuck, but he's wearing the tablecloth from an Italian restaurant. I don't get it.
I've seen more ass on a flounder. Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm doing my squats.
Let me see. Turn around. Let me see your shitter.
No.
Steve's in charge of judging only Asian guys' ass.
Turn around. Let me see your shitter.
We're not in prison. You can't talk to me like that.
show me your
I can do whatever I want. Let me see your shitter. Oh man, you're wow.
Yeah,
You can follow him on Shitter at Dapper Duong, everybody.
Shitter
There
and
he
Dapper.
goes.
Alex. That's right.
Alex
He
Duong.
knows his brand. He's dapper.
There he goes. He's Asian
I
as
like the
fuck.
idea that his pocket pussy is like he's like an energetic clock to a real girl.
What?
Like that's the reason why he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, no, that's not the reason.
He did commit to the pocket pussy though, and the jacking off in the car though.
Hormones.
I don't think that happened either.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hormones, weirdest thing you've ever had.
Tweet it.
Tweet it.
Weirdest thing when I was a kid, when I
Hit
first
by a
started
dog.
jerking off, I jerked off with a banana peel once.
Oh, I think that
It's pretty good. It
Did
turns
you
the
warm
ball
it up?
apart.
Did you warm it
I
up?
did not warm it up, but it got pretty warm.
Oh my god! The whole time I was picturing you putting inside yourself, but you have a dick.
So you just use the peel, huh? How did that work?
Like,
You
I
just-
don't understand.
You eat the banana and then you start fucking the peel.
Do you have to eat the banana? Like, what if you just want to throw it away and
It's good
fuck
for
the
you.
You don't want to cramp up. You don't want to
Give
cramp
me
up.
banana.
You gotta have the
You should
potassium.
fuck the banana after, or eat the banana after.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Solid point.
Yeah, save a
When you
little
work
treat for
out.
yourself.
But then
Yeah.
the banana's in the place where you'd want to put your dick.
Then you take the banana out, set it aside.
Let me ask you something.
I wish I would have
When you're
met.
hungry after you
Oh.
see Simbari.
Just like the
If I
gym.
met you at 13, you would have been my best. I would have been like, that's the most genius shit.
I only did it once because like just Vaseline feels
What?
better.
Yeah, West.
Vaseline.
Oh,
Let's
Vaseline.
talk about what
Let
the
me ask you
fuck?
something.
Yeah.
If you finish inside of the banana peel, does that make a banana cream pie?
Hey,
Tell me, Mighty Joe.
You got it.
I just booked something else, guys.
That's why he's hired by the best.
I just booked another thing.
Wait, you just said Vaseline, which is something I've talked about before. About that does not. It's thick. It's how are you masturbating with Vaseline? That's like a.
Once you started getting worked up, it becomes liquid.
He doesn't actually have Vaseline. He's Iranian, so he just produces it. It's what
Right.
we have
Petroleum
sweat. They have
jelly.
Vaseline. It just comes
Are you,
out of their
are you
pores.
talking about the Vaseline breaks down, or are you talking about pre-cum mixes with it?
No,
Makes it-
no.
All right, it's gotten too weird.
You rub
Brian said
Vaseline.
pre-cum. No, stop. We're moving on.
we're in the presence of
No.
ladies.
Brian used the word pre-cum, so I'm pulling another name out of the bucket immediately. Put your hands together for Marty Worth.
Oh,
Marty Worth.
you've just been blacklisted.
Can't do
No,
that.
you
or
can't
else
do that.
people won't do that. I
We
love
can't
you
do
that.
that.
We can't do
It'll
it.
be the fourth time I've gotten away
I
with it.
can't do
can't do it, Matt. I love you so much. Please, I love you.
Oh, guys, Matt Devlin though.
Wait,
Don't do
you've
that.
been
That's
blacklisted.
Marty Worth, you've been blacklisted.
Promote.
Not Matt Devlin. Marty Worth.
Has anybody ever gone to the restroom
Did you
in the middle
sign
of the
up,
show?
Maddie? Yeah, you can do
I'll
it.
be right back.
Yeah, by the way, let's just make note for future reference. If somebody gets blacklisted, we're not just going to let somebody go up, because then that will fucking happen all the time.
Right,
We have to
people
do all
just
that
walk
shit
up.
all the
I
time.
love you so much, Matt. Though. Well, I
Trying
can't,
to beat the system. Next.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
God, that's so crazy. Why is that there?
Wait a second.
That's so random. Put your hands together for Rusty Haynes. Rusty Haynes. Convict, what do you mean? What are you the guy that's you're his assistant when he takes shits? Oh, here he is, Rusty Haynes.
Former athlete.
Fuck, I just walked 5 people before I got on stage. Goddamn. This is nice. I'm in town from North Carolina and come from a really conservative Christian family, and this is like my mom's nightmare that I'm gonna make, like meet an Iranian patriot and he's gonna teach me the Islamic anthem and I'm gonna go home changed. So before we come out every time, she makes me go to church, and I don't do church anymore. We were raised, it's different though than it was when I was a kid. Like, we decided to go, be nice, and it was a communion service, and the preacher comes out and he says, before we dispense communion, I would like to let everyone know that we do have gluten-free wafers. So, yeah, gluten-free wafers. For those of you that want to worship but are allergic to the body of Christ. I found out this weekend that I like a low-calorie Jesus. All right, you guys, that's my time.
I have a joke like that.
You do? What's your joke?
Yeah,
How does it go?
I like to ask if the body of Christ is gluten free
Oh.
in the context of another joke, and you just answer that for me.
You've asked that question in one of your
wanna
jokes.
have that? Oh, sorry.
You know what, hold on, let me do something really
Just want to
quick.
hook up or not, man?
My wife went home yesterday.
Don't fucking take your ring off.
Relax.
You have great stage presence, like immediately. Do you do comedy back home, or
Yes.
How long you been doing it for?
About 4.
Where at?
Where at?
North Carolina,
What part?
Raleigh.
The sexy part.
There is no other part.
Yeah, there's Raleigh. Yeah.
Is that brick building comedy
Good
club?
Nights.
Yeah, Good Nights.
Yeah, Good Nights. Yeah, that's my home club.
That's cool.
How many other like local comedians are there?
In Raleigh, working comics. Well, and fucking, I should put working in air quotes for myself
I
because
mean, like the people that live there. That's pretty much.
the people that do it regularly that get work. I guess I would say about 30.
Oh wow.
You see the same group of guys and girls everywhere. It's the same group in Greensboro, Raleigh, Wilmington. They travel around. You find shitty one-nighters, and then we.
You run into Alex Moore at all? Didn't he live out there?
Is that where he is?
I think
I'm not sure.
I don't believe so.
7 feet tall, 500 pounds.
No, I would remember
miss
that. I would remember that.
Do you do any Dane Cook impressions?
No. I have an audition
little
to play
Dane
his younger
Cookie, right?
brother. Yeah, god damn
Little
it.
Dane Cookie.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? You said you had an audition.
No, I
coming
was
up.
being a smartass.
Yeah.
To play his
Does
little brother.
anybody have an
Yeah,
audition to play Dane Cook's younger brother?
that's what I'm saying. One of these days.
She's casting it, so
Sorry.
you might have to.
I'm just saying, he could make it in this town. He's good looking.
Nobody's even casting
white.
Dane Cook. Why would anybody be casting Dane Cook?
I know, right? Yeah, that's the fucked up thing. Everybody started hating Dane Cook, then I started doing comedy. It's like shit. I'm blacklisted before I started.
Maybe if Dane Cook had a hot younger brother, they would start casting Dane Cook.
Do you think he's better looking than
Stephanie.
Steph?
You're out of control right
Is he
now.
better looking than Ben Cook?
Yes.
Yes? Who
Well,
said yes?
I didn't even have to say it.
Yeah.
She did.
You're saying he's better looking than Dane Cook?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dane Cook. From what I heard, I mean, I don't know anything. Can anybody?
See, now I don't even care that my set didn't go well.
Hey, he's no Dalia.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a solid point. That is a solid point. He doesn't have the hair for it.
But Raleigh's a pretty like metropolitan place, right? Because that's where the colleges are.
Yeah, but it's
How come
relative.
you don't
compared
talk
to
about
what-
being married?
I do. I had 60 seconds. I do more long form stories, and the gluten-free joke is one of the quicker bits that I have. So I figured come in, get it in and out.
I thought it was good. It was a good joke.
You a big Dane Cook fan?
I mean, I respect him. I like his early. Oh, shit, I can't say that. I like his earlier stuff. I thought Retaliation was a great album. I thought Harmful as Follows was great.
I don't know his albums by
Oh, my bad. Didn't. But yeah, when I was in
really
college,
don't want to learn.
You could just
when
watch.
I was in college, I
you
loved
could
this
just watch
stuff.
Louis C.K. and get it from the beginning.
Yeah, much better version. But I will tell you this: is that you could avoid,
I know, right?
and I'm not. It's an interesting note, but I mean, you could really avoid the Dane Cook thing, probably
your
by
face up,
changing
maybe?
your hair immediately.
Honestly,
right?
I didn't even think
isn't
that.
that the thing?
Is it the hair that does it?
Yeah, you have the same amount of product that he wears in it. I could tell that's a crew pomade, maybe.
Did you guys think that about Dane Cook when he came out? You did?
I did it when he was
Not
on
that too.
stage.
When I walked back, I saw.
I just was like, look at those biceps.
Look,
You just have to repeat your punchline like 4 times.
Maybe if I just animate myself a little bit more, maybe more product, more animation, and then just pretend to be him and just
Look,
fucking.
I don't want to talk about Dane Cook the whole
But
time.
you're-
But it seems like we've gotten
No, I'm
into like this
interested.
vicious
Where's your
circle.
wife?
Yeah, Mr. I don't know his albums. You closeted fan.
No, I love Vicious Circle because it inspired me. I saw it in Youngstown, Ohio before I moved out here, and it showed me that I could totally come out here and make it because it was such dog shit that I'm like, fuck, look at that brain and do this.
I'm
Stand
interested.
there.
So you just came out here without your wife?
No, she came with me. She flew back this morning, and then I'm gonna be in town for a few more days. She had to go back to work.
What are you coming down for? Just to,
Actually, I'm hoping to move out here. So I come out every few months or so, and then once I find a day job where I can sustain her mandatory minimum level of living, then we'll transition.
What does she
That
do?
sounds kind of
She does sales support for a tech firm back home. It's a standard, office job, 8
So
to
can't
5.
she get a job?
She can. I make more money than she does by day. So if we took her salary out here,
What do you
no
do by
doubt.
day?
What's your job now?
It's a typical sales job. I do government contracts, office products. Basically, I sell paper clips to the Army in North and South Carolina.
Wow, you're that guy?
Pretty much.
That's boring.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, can you give us like a little example of what you would say to pitch us to buy your paperclip rather than the other paperclip? Like, can you give us just like 15 seconds of that?
I'm a paperclip.
You know, when it comes to
Let's
sex,
do
I
a
don't really
role
use
play.
it. I'm like, you know what, you can get.
I just set it up for that, Stephanie.
Yeah, sell me this blue pen. Honestly, you can get a paperclip anywhere you go. Everybody has them. They're all the same, for the most part, the same price, same delivery. Everything works. It's a matter of, do you like me more than them? And then, you know, you people calling me. And so if you want to buy it from me, great. We have it. They have it too. I mean, it's your call. If you need me, then just, here's my card.
That's it? That's your pitch?
It's that simple.
Well, why would they like you? All you're saying is that you like me more than this.
Because there's the contracts are like, wait, because it's paper clips. What the fuck am I going to make it sound like? Look, this one has ridges. Seriously, you need this paperclip in your life if you ever want to get your marriage back on track.
Do you sell any paper clips? Like,
I mean, it's just a product. No, I mean, we have thousands of items. It's office.
Okay, don't get mad at Tony, buddy. We're all having
Jesus, the last thing I need is to wake up with you standing over me with a stapler.
looking all day cookie.
So in the sales business, all paper clips are created equal, but not all salesmen are created equal.
Essentially.
Hot.
There it is.
I think you might have a gig this weekend.
Sell me some paper.
Yeah, I can stay in town a few more days. I mean, I can.
Rub the clip. Period's gonna be Rusty Haynes, everybody. There he goes. He's on Twitter, Rusty Haynes. He's the only Rusty Haynes.
His name is really Rusty Haynes?
Yeah.
Oh, your parents knew something about you. This kid's gonna be a Rusty Haynes.
I love it. Rusty. It is a tough name, right?
Rusty.
North Carolina, though. That's where it is. It's
Damn
tobacco.
right, boy.
Let's name
Rusty
it.
Haynes.
Let's name it Rusty. Like, I mean, it's almost like people.
That's my brother, Dusty Bottoms.
Dusty Bottoms. What's another good one? You're from Texas, Steve. You must know a few Rusties, huh?
I know a couple Rusties, yeah.
Yeah. It's a real
Rusty Haynes, boy.
It's a real Southern name.
Like Dan Cut, but Southern. Even shittier.
This is the part of the show where we.
Take that back. He's not.
He wasn't shit. He was good. I thought he did a good job.
Like, that's my husband you're talking about.
Patriot, how you doing over there?
Doing great, man. Having a great time.
How's your legs? Your
Are you
legs?
tired?
It's good.
Sepsis setting in.
Yeah. Tetanus.
You ready to check your wounds?
Later, when we're alone.
Good job, Josh.
Josh.
He just, by the way, if you heard that sound, that's Josh jumping into a grocery bag, everybody. Josh, come out of there. Where'd you go? He almost fell into a grocery. This is totally like a little kitten.
I'm having more fun than the audience.
Oh, look, the kitten found a bottle of beer. You're like a man kitten. Joshy, how you doing? What's your favorite part about here? Step up to the Patriots mic for a second. What's your favorite part so far of tonight's episode? Here, can you stand on your tippy toes? And,
The dance sequence.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Maybe stand on the stage.
Yeah, that'll help you.
Yeah, stand on the stage.
Don't tell me what to do.
Trying to help.
I'm comfortable right
You're what now?
now. Comfortable.
What?
What?
Comparable? Comparable to what? Comparable?
Comfortable. Yeah.
Wow.
I try to break it down with syllables.
Your shoes are great, though. Can we get a look at those shoes?
You know what Josh needs? He needs some wedge sneakers by Nike.
Yeah, for all you podcast listeners, the shoes are
Purple.
What would you call that, Josh? How would you describe those shoes?
They're blue. And
Bowling
red,
shoes.
and they're Pharrells.
What are they called?
Pharrells.
And you guys are
What are
too poor to
Pharrells?
own them.
What are Pharrells?
When you buy Pharrell shoes, is that how you got your hat hair? That's a deep one. That was a reach, but it was quick.
Yeah, like that
sometimes that's how you got to write the diamonds, people. You got to throw them out there, and sometimes nothing happens.
Stop trying to kill
I liked
time
it.
and let's get this going.
Josh, wait, come back and say it again smooth. If you're gonna say that shit,
You're
gonna
trying to
say-
kill some time, and we should probably just
What do you
keep
mean
the
I'm
show
trying to
moving.
kill time?
We do whatever we want. Tony does whatever he wants, guys. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
what the fuck are
Josh
you?
is the producer.
Are you
He says
leaving
it
a
in his
YouTube
Twitter
comment
bio.
in the middle of this episode right now? Like, what the fuck?
And also, I just realized I left my Oreos on the table right there.
Are those your Oreos?
You're
Those are my
disgusting.
Josh Martin, get back to your fucking Oreos. You fucking Oreos. This is the the part of the show where we have two regulars and two regulars only since the show started. And every single week they do a brand new minute each week.
Dude, I'm excited because I was here several months ago, and you told me that they've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And they were already good.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, they were already good when I saw them. So I'm really looking
It's
forward
always
to it.
fun to see them add a new minute or at least try it out. It's always fun because they take chances and they have a place to do that here every single week on Kill Tony. Going first this week, you know her because her very first time on stage was on this show. After that, she dropped out of the University of Florida and decided to keep doing stand-up comedy. It's now been a year and a half. Every single week, a new minute. This week's new minute, right now. Kimberly Congdon, everybody. Here she
Okay, tonight I want to talk about weird situations that we go through as humans, I guess. You know, like that awkward moment where you're sitting at a light pretending you don't notice the starving homeless man walking by your car. It's always so weird because it's such a weird, raw moment in humanity because this man's starving and hungry and asking for your help, and I'm in the car like, oh my God, I love this fucking song. Nobody cares about them. There's lots of them. It's true. I mean, you know, some of us care. There's just so many. They're like Armenians. They're everywhere. I felt bad up until I saw his sign. It said homeless vet. And I was like, oh, of course you're homeless. You're spending all your spare money on animals. That's it.
Fuck yeah, Armenian. You say Armenian once, and Armenian Beetlejuice appears. Sam Tripoli, everybody. He just appears.
Somebody say Armenian?
I watched him just materialize in the back of a taxi cab on Sunset. When he's... Sam Tripoli, how you doing, bud?
I heard some Armenian jokes.
Fuck yeah. Kim, that was another fun new minute.
Thank you.
One thing that I noticed, since, like, you know, we try to figure out how to make things maybe a little bit smoother, is the word weird is a weird word.
It's a hacky word?
It doesn't really, it's not even hacky, it just doesn't give
It is
your
like
real,
basic,
it
though.
doesn't give your real feelings on it, you know what I mean?
I feel like people use weird because they don't have other adjectives.
Right, like
Yeah.
if you think of the next best adjective, however it makes you feel, it's just going to be better than the word weird.
They always scare me.
Even uncomfortable.
Right, that's true.
I'm always really scared because even though they're just like look weak and frail, they look like at any moment they're just gonna fucking freak out.
Right.
And shit on your
Frightening is a
car.
fun word.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, you look like a professional comic. You took the
Thank you.
mic stand, you moved it, you were confident. The only thing I didn't like is the vet joke. You're way smarter than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Why, did somebody say that to you already?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, so you know that. I mean, you know, and for me, the way you speak, the things that you say are very intelligent. So when you say that, it's like that's not in your character. To not know the fucking vet.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
And one more note is if you're going to compare the homeless people at intersections to Armenians, I would say that you could, instead of saying, you know, there's a lot of them out here, they're like Armenians, you could say, there's a lot of them out here, there's a lot of them out here, and they're not, it's not like that anywhere else. Like, when you move from anywhere else in the
I would use
country
Mexican.
and you move to LA, all of a sudden you find out what Armenians are, pretty
true.
much.
Yeah.
And I would
And-
say that before the other part of the bit. She said it after. Like, I like it better as the setup.
What?
Like, cause she said the whole thing about, like, they come to your car, and I'm like, I like this
No,
song.
yeah,
and
I
then
totally
she
see
said
what you're saying.
the Armenian thing, and it's like, it would be better if that was part
They're
of the
everywhere.
setup.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Armenians, they're
Comes
like Armenians.
first. Yeah.
I would say Mexican, though.
Or whatever.
You know what I mean? Because Mexican translates all over the country because we're fucking everywhere.
Right. Okay.
But I feel like Mexicans.
I could take Mexican to travel with me and use Armenian locally.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly
what you do.
Yeah. That's exactly how that works.
Sam just flew away on his carpet, by the way.
Oh, Sam. I didn't think he was gone because you can still smell the overwhelming cologne.
4 different kinds he uses.
It's the man shield that Armenians like to put on themselves because God forbid we smell how bad you smell. Hey, how do Iranians feel about Armenians? You guys must just hate each other, right? You stink! No, you stink!
Armenians just fucking hate everybody.
No, seriously, you smell bad. No, you do.
I think there is a lot of like hatred between like Afghans and Iranians and Armenians.
No.
I had a lot of friends that were everything. I try to keep it peace, but yeah, they're everybody wants to be like the one Middle Eastern group that's okay and hates the other ones. I think Mexicans are the same way too, though, right? Like Mexicans, Guatemalans, and El Salvadorians.
Don't throw me in the mix, guys. Okay, we're not out blowing shit up, okay? We just want to work.
Juarez, Mexico. Have you seen that?
I also feel like
Are we really getting in a real argument? Did you really take that personal? We're comedians. You okay?
I'm always gonna murder.
I got a dog.
I got bit earlier.
Hormuz, I don't think you have to worry. I don't think your grandfather in Iran is listening to this podcast right now.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well,
72 virgins.
I didn't know that your grandfather was Michael Perkinson from earlier because he's dead too after killing himself. That's the ghost of Michael Perkinson clapping at that joke behind you.
Are you doing road gigs at all? Or?
Yeah, I've done some stuff. I've gone to a few places.
How many solid minutes you have now, you think?
I think I can confidently do 15 to 20.
Boom.
It's fair. I might have to take you on the road.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. Steve was one of the first people to take me on the road, and I learned a lot of the ways of the road that helped me get more road work with other people and not be annoying on the road and stuff like that,
Got put in jail.
Yeah.
Then you got put in jail?
Gotta pay dues.
While Tony was on the road with me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Oh yeah. He took a fall at a Whataburger for me and Matt Edgar because the sheriff of the Whataburger in Texas thought me and Matt were gay.
These faggots!
He goes, you two gotta get out of here. And we're like, all right. And Steve's like, why do my friends have to go? And they really wouldn't give an answer. And Steve's like, man, this is fucking bullshit. And the cop's like,
I can arrest you.
Because you're friends with gays. That's what it was basically that.
Is that how America works?
Oh, I mean, it was insane.
I go, you can't arrest me. You ever heard of the Bill of Rights?
Yeah.
It turned into this whole fucking thing. I can't arrest you, man.
It was really like out of a fucking like scary movie. A bad
So
cop just
scary.
being like, you know what? You two faggots, get out of here. I'm like living it. And I'm like, no. I know how I look, and I have a joke about that. I'm a comedian.
The best was on the way home.
So weird.
When I get a phone call from my buddy.
Yeah.
And my buddy calls me up, and he's one of the cops too. And he goes, "What the fuck happened last night?" I go, I have him on speaker. Tony and Matt are in the car, and I go, man, I don't know what happened with that guy. He goes, well, he said you were with a couple of faggots.
Put your hands together for Kimberly Congdon, everybody. Our one other regular doing a brand new minute every single week and doing another minute here tonight. Put your hands together for the very funny Sarah Weinstein, everybody. Here she is.
What's that? I like to judge people based on what they label their stuff. For example, if you're calling a vase a vase, you're financially well off. I just look for bottles, empty bottles, to put my flowers into. If you're wealthy and you need something to put your clothes in, you're looking for an armoire. I'm looking for a hutch. If you're calling a couch a sofa, fuck off. It's a couch. I also feel like labeling stuff can dictate how much money you're looking to spend. If you're trying to buy a sofa, you're financially well off. You're making a fucking investment. Okay.
If you're buying a couch.
Yeah, but if you're buying a couch, you're just looking on Craigslist.
Yeah.
The laundry basket thing, I think a lot of us were like, what the fuck's a hutch?
Laundry
Oh, yeah, I didn't know what a hutch was.
Yeah, I would say maybe the floor or
The floor.
or a bag or something.
Yeah, a
What's
bag.
a hutch?
A hutch. It's like I'm looking for a hutch, like something to throw shit into.
Come on, don't you know that?
A hutch.
Really? Well, what's an armoire?
You're financially
I
off.
thought you were going to say dresser.
An armoire sounds almost the same as a hutch. Like it seems like rich people would have hutches.
You could even say, I would just like to have a hanger.
Yeah, that's better.
You know what I mean?
Or a hook.
Or
yeah.
a floor.
Yeah, a hook.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very
Yeah.
funny new minute. You had everybody from the beginning with your
What's up?
Great. so much fun. That's she sort of does that.
Do you guys hang out together a lot?
Who? Me and Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys dress very similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Tony tell you guys to wear the same cut dress?
Right.
tonight?
Well, no,
Yeah, I
but
told all
the-
three of you. You're wearing the
boots,
same fucking thing. How dare you?
The boots.
Mine's
the,
striped, but not the same
the
shape.
tights.
Yeah. Girl comics have swag. Yeah. We're trying. Yeah,
But that happens when you hang out with somebody a lot in comedy. You kind of pick up like them as well.
Well, like I don't feel like Kim's channeling me or I'm channeling Kim.
No, but you guys dress very similar.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like.
yeah, like I hang around with Red Band and Steve, and all of a sudden,
Guys,
fucking pussies.
Sucking
I
their
started
dick.
wearing double XL T-shirts, and it happens quick. You just start dressing like
Well, you
a
gotta be
friend.
double XL.
Where's your hat?
So we're gonna wrap it up. This is the end of the show. Princess
Thank you.
Shank on Twitter, Kimberly
So
Hawkins, Kimberly
funny.
Congdon. They killed. They did it again. Hormoz Rashidi is at Hormoz Rashidi, HORMOZRASHIDI. Mr. Steve Trevino
Yes.
on Twitter. Anything else coming up you want to promote?
Yeah, my special Relatable is on Netflix, and my podcast is called The Process.
I love it. Listen to everything Steve.
For me?
Stephanie Simbari.
I'm at Steph Simbari. You can watch me on the Oxygen Network on April 7th
Whoa.
on Funny Girls. And
April
also
7th. Funny Girls.
subscribe to my podcast at That's So Retrograde.
Subscribe to that.
Thank you.
Follow her on Twitter at Steph Simbari.
Guys,
I'm Tony
nobody
Hinchcliffe.
fine.
We did it again. Come see me in Dallas this Friday and watch the Bieber Roast. Sure. Enjoy my jokes. Death Squad shows coming up, including Kill Tony 100 live here in the main room, April 14th. That's the 100th episode of the show you just saw, everybody. That's happening next month in the main room in front of 400 happy people, just like you guys. Ryan?
420 and the Antonio are going to be in